Good morning and happy new year. So, we're starting a 40-day practice of self-care. And as I mentioned in my notes, practice self-care. As I mentioned in my notes, this could be any practice that you want to do, any action that you take for your own self-care. This happens to be what I would like in my life. I want a better morning routine that's kind of anchored into my day. It feels in my past experience that that's important for me. I just have a better day when I do that. So that's why I am choosing to do this. And if you want to join along, awesome. I'm not going to talk a lot. This first morning, I'll talk a little bit more, but I'm not going to really talk very much because I want to keep it short. What I've also found in my experience is that if we keep things manageable, we can get them in every single day. 15 minutes feels to me like a good amount of time to start with. You can always add on, once you're doing this every day, and if you're like, I don't feel like stopping, and you want to keep doing something, stretching your body, whatever it is, then by all means do that and meditate for a longer period of time. One of the things we're starting with is water every day. As my winter inside weather air is drying out my throat. And I also just want to say, if anything that I'm doing doesn't feel right for your body, listen to what your body is wanting you to do right now in the moment. And I think that's about it. If I think of other things, I will share them as we go along. So every day is probably going to be somewhat similar, although it may change. I like to be open to the flow of life and whatever I'm feeling called to, but it should be around 15 minutes. And we start with a little affirmation, and I invite you to put your hands on your chest, on your heart. And our affirmation is, nourishing my body, mind, and spirit is my priority. You can say this affirmation out loud if you want to, or you can just think it in your mind. So I nourish my body, mind, and my spirit. It is my priority. And then just give yourself a little acknowledgement of that so you can feel it inside of your body. Good, and then we'll begin with some energizing breath. I like to do a breath that I was taught called breath of fire. If breath of fire feels agitating for you, then don't worry about doing it. Find a different breath. It could just be conscious breathing. It could be a long, deep breathing. It could be a slow breath. Breath of fire is even inhales and exhales. I'm going to go through my nose. I'm also going to hold my hands in a heart opening position. For me, I like to do this. I had a shoulder injury, frozen shoulder, so it helps to open up my ribs and my shoulders. But you can hold your hands in a meditative posture on your knees, whatever feels right for you. I'm going to set our timer for 3 minutes. And I'm holding my hands up here in a V. You can close your eyes or keep them open and then begin your breath. Go at whatever pace feels right for you if you're doing the breath of fire. It's a great reminder to have tissues around. Last minute. And we're going to take a deep inhale. Interlace your hands above your head and just stretch your arms up. Hold the breath in. And exhale, sweep the arms down. Whew, if that doesn't get the fire going, then I don't know what will. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. Happy New Year. So our mantra for the 40 days is I nourish my body, mind, and my soul. It's my priority. There's a saying, energy flows where attention goes. So thinking about where we're putting our intention is something that we're going to be mindful of. Spinal flexes. This is just a great little way of waking up the body. You can do them in a seated position. If you're sitting in a chair, that's fine too. I'm actually going to come into cat-cow position, and we're going to do it this way. Either way, you're inhaling as you lift the head and the chest comes and opens up. Exhale, chin comes to chest, spine moves to the ceiling. If you're sitting in a chair, you're just doing it like this. Inhale, chest forward, exhale, spine backwards. Good, and you can begin at your own pace. Setting timer again for 3 minutes. Inhale, opening up heart. Exhale, flexing the opposite direction. Moving at your own pace. Feeling the whole spine opening up. Again, as I said in the beginning, if your body is asking for some other movement, then just allow yourself to do that movement. It's about tuning in to our body's wisdom. Tuning into whatever it is that our body is asking for. And then listening to it and actually providing it to it. It helps to reinforce the feedback loop between your body and your mind, and for trusting yourself. Halfway there. My body's telling me I need some water. Another self-care practice for me is this much water in the morning. And then an hour of waking up. It's one of the best ways to get water into your body, to flush the system, to wake the system up. Last minute. This helps sets the mindset, our mindset to our own self-care, our own needs. So just making this commitment to every day show up for yourself, it's going to start to shift all of your choices throughout the day. Even if you're just showing up and meditating for 15 minutes, or you're stretching your body however you want to, it's going to show your consciousness, show your body that it's important. And then you'll be aligned with that throughout the day. And deep inhale, pushing the shoulders back, opening up the heart. I know you can't see it on my body. Everyone's body is different. Just feel the heart opening. Exhale, chin to chest, spine to the ceiling. And we're going to drop into a little child's pose so the knees open a little bit, bringing the forehead onto the mat. Stretching the shoulders, the back. And curling our toes under. Here we're going to begin to prepare for our sun salutations, which I have actually a difficult time with this posture, with this move, because my shoulder and my hamstrings are very tight. So just do your best. If you have a practice like this and you have your own flow, you can go into that now. Otherwise, you can follow along with me. I'm going to be doing some modifications. So toes are curled, pressing the hands into the mat. We're going to lift our hips up. And just pause here if this is the first time you're stretching your body this way in the morning. Your body may feel tight. You can bounce into it and pedal your legs out a little bit. So ideally you're forming like a triangle shape with your body. Mine looks like a broken triangle. Good, then we're gonna walk our hands and feet together. You can hang out here in a forward fold for just a few breaths. And then we're gonna lift ourselves up. I'm gonna step to the back of my mat, but you can stay at the front of your mat if you're using a mat. Inhale, arms up. Stretch, reach to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. You're gonna step your feet back or walk your hands out. We're forming a plank. And now I'm gonna lower my knees down and then my chin and chest. Up to cobra. Engage the navel, curl the toes again, back to triangle, downward dog. And then walk your hands and knees together. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale forward. Into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or lower down. Up cobra. Tuck toes, engage navel. Back to downward dog. Hands and knees, feet and hands together. Inhale up. Last one. Going at your own pace. Beautiful. And now we come for a few minutes of meditation. Comfortable seat. Sitting on something if that's helpful to you. Hands are just comfortably resting on your knees. Spine is straight. Eyes can be closed or open. Just following your breath, noticing the inhale and the exhale. You can silently repeat your mantra if you'd like to. I nourish my body, mind, and soul. Don't worry about where the thoughts go. If they start to travel somewhere into the mind, you can just notice that and come back to your breath. And to close our practice, we'll again bring our hands to the heart center. We'll just pause and say silently to yourself, thank you. Feel it inside of your body, the gratitude for showing up for yourself today. And if you'd like to continue to meditate, you can stay right where you are. If you had any questions about anything I did today, if I went through it too quickly, you can send me a message and I'm happy to spend a little time just walking you through it. The idea is to kind of just offer a short practice every day for the first 40 days of this new year to anchor into our self-care. And remembering our mantra, carrying it with us. I nourish my body, mind, and spirit. Happy New Year, everyone, and thanks for joining.